Let's go, baby. Let's go. Lakers Nation, it's your boy DTLF back with another post-game recap as the Lakers get sweet, sweet revenge on the Birds, aka the Hawks, and just completely dismantle them. 141 to 116, the final score, and what was a well-rounded game by this Lakers squadron tonight. I'm talking everybody was scoring, everybody was contributing. We were hitting our threes. I mean, everything we said that we needed to be done pregame, we did, and we did a good job of it. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull up the stat sheet here. All right, 116 to 141, final score again. What can I say? LeBron James 31 points on 12 for 20 from the field with 10 assists, 9 rebounds. Okay, a steal and a block. And then Luka again when they combine for damn near 60 or 60. It's hard to beat us, especially when others chip in. But Luka was 27.7 for 16, very efficient, didn't force anything. 5 for 9 from beyond the arc, 8 for 10 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 12 assists. Did have 7 turnovers, though. Always got to cool it with those. But between him and LeBron, they combined for 11. LeBron with 4. Luka with 7. He did have a block as well. Was amazing plus minus. Great game by our two Batmans. Marcus Smart chipped in with 16 points on 4 for 5 from the field, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc with 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and a block. Jake LaRavia was tremendous. 17 points for him, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal, and a block. And then our bench chipped in, man. We got to see Rui Hachimura come in off the bench with 7 points, 3 for 7. Like what I saw with 2 rebounds as well in 18 minutes. Jared Vanderbilt with 3 points. Drew Timmy in garbage time 2. Dalton in 2. Gabe Vincent actually had a good game off the bench today with 10, and then Nick Smith with 6, and even Kobe Buffkin checked in tonight. So you want to talk about just a well-rounded game by this Lakers squadron to be able to drop 141 points on their head, okay, coming off of a back-to-back is something. It's really good, and something clicked for the Lakers tonight, and I really, really enjoyed the way we played, guys, because when we play as a unit, and we did that tonight, we shoot better. Everything is better, guys. Field goal percentage, we shot 58% from the field tonight. We shot 56% from beyond the arc tonight. The free throws, amazing. We made 26 out of 30. We got to the free throw line and we converted 87% from the free throw line. We had 47 rebounds compared to their 32, so we beat them there. And we had, most importantly, 36 assists. 36. I always say over 25. 36 takes the cake. That was it. That was it. 36 assists is a new high for us right now in the last 10 games or so. This was the most we shared the rock, and we look good, guys. We look good. We did turn over the ball 16 times, so again, we got to cut back on that because better teams will capitalize off of that. And in the third quarter, we started off hot, and then we kind of let them back into it there. They made a run, but still, we dropped 39 points and 44 in the second quarter. So our best, 39 points in the fourth and 44 in the second. The third quarter, actually, we did horrible. It was hot garbage, 26 to 21. But every other quarter, we won. First quarter, 37 to 30. Second quarter, 44 to 30. And then the final quarter, 39 to 30. So kudos to the Lakers for taking care of business, man. It's nice. It's nice to see the Lakers do what they have to do and what they're capable of. This is what the Lakers team is capable of. Will we get this every game? Probably not. And shout out to DeAndre Ayton, man. He cooked tonight. He definitely cooked tonight. It was one of his better games, right? Everything we said pregame needed to happen happened. We asked for DeAndre Ayton to step up. He had 17 points and 18 rebounds. Underrated stat. 18 rebounds, guys. So, yes, Ayton is very capable. He's got the talent. He's a special talent for sure, but he doesn't always do what he's got to do, right? My guy Keith says, did you see Antetokounmpo boo back his fans at home? That's the second time he's gone. Yeah. Giannis is not happy in Milwaukee. It's no secret. Giannis preaches loyalty and all that, but that's pretty, it is what it is. Fans sometimes are going to boo. Okay, they don't deserve to boo him. He's the only one that brought a title there, but in a long time, right, in Milwaukee. But, it is what it is, man. You got to have thick skin. And, Giannis, he might secretly want out. But the problem I have with Giannis is you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You know what I mean? Like, you either want to ask for a trade or you want to try to be the good guy. Which one is it? Right? You can't play both sides. But anyways, there was several games tonight on the slate. Golden State is beating Portland currently right now. Phoenix lost to Miami. That definitely helps us. Unfortunately, Houston beat Chicago. Minnesota whooped Milwaukee. Denver beat New Orleans. Like, a bunch of stuff that wasn't supposed to happen happened. But the Lakers just have to continue to keep pace because the West is going to be like that, guys. It's going to be like that. Night in and night out, teams that we hope to lose win. The good news is that the Spurs lost to the Thunder tonight. That is good news in the standings for sure. We want to get closer to them, to the Spurs, instead of them creating separation, right? The Lakers have 14 losses. The Spurs have 13. So literally, we go on a nice little win streak here, right? And we're 5-5 in the last 10 games. We can leapfrog all these teams. Spurs are 27-13. Lakers are 24-14. That's the second seed in the West right there. But Minnesota, Denver, both won. So that's the bad news. And the Rockets won as well. Hopefully, we hope for a different result moving forward, and hopefully we can do that. But yeah, it's nice to get revenge against the Atlanta Hawks tonight. My guy, LA Mamba says, good game, Dan. Lots of players had a good game. Bro, it is so nice. So nice for the Lakers to come out and play like this, because we know that they're capable of playing better than what they showed versus Sacramento last night. This is a completely different team than the one that showed up last night. Maybe they had a secret team meeting or a conversation, group chat, whatever. Whatever happened tonight clicked. And what they really have to do is they have to put all the noise to the side and just lock in, because this team is a lot better than what it has shown in the last couple of weeks, right? Shout out to everybody who was with me. Shout out to my boy Lakers Av, who was with me over there on Primetime TV. Man, we had a blast talking about all kinds of stuff and enjoying the Laker game for sure. What happened with Giannis? D Prince, what happened was he was booing his fans back after a play because they were booing the Bucks as well. So, yeah, obviously he's not happy, right? Like I said, if we have Giannis, we won't boo him at the crypto. Well, I mean, the Laker fans have booed LeBron before. We've booed the Lakers before. We booed when Kwame Brown was here. I mean, it's happened. It really is when you expect a great brand of basketball, you're getting mediocre basketball. So do I really blame the fans for booing? No. I think we've all done it at one point in time. You just have to have thick skin, especially if you want to play the loyalty card, right? But again, back to tonight's game, man. The Lakers dominate Atlanta 141-116, snapping a 3-game losing streak and a very convincing blowout at home, which is good because we haven't had too much home cooking. And we hit 19 of 34 3-pointers. And we said pregame, one of my main keys was hitting our threes. We did that tonight. We're capable. We're not the best 3-point shooting team. We're capable, especially we play make for each other. Our firepower was on full display tonight. Every starter was in double figures. And we jumped out from the beginning. What did I say? We had to come off with a quicker start, tired of getting off the slow starts. We did that, guys. We did that. And I think that was key right there, right? When you come out and you get a quick start, it's going to be crucial and it's going to set the tone. And we did that. 37 points scored in the first quarter and held them to 30. That was great. Again, this Laker team is capable of so much more. The second quarter was our best. We exploded offensively. Luka looked like he was going for 80 in that quarter. And the lead ballooned to 21 points. In the third quarter, we kind of fell off a little bit there. And I thought JJ was a little bit pathetic. He took way too long to call a timeout, but it ended up working out in the end because in the fourth quarter, we took off on him, right? But, yeah, Luka had 23 before halftime, and he's that type of player. I always say people criticize him a lot, call him a shot chucker or this or that, but he has to have the ultimate green light because he's just one of the best offensive weapons we've seen in the last decade, all right? That's just what he is. So, that was very key for us. LeBron was just sensational with his 31, 9, and 10, basically a triple-double. Luka 2, 27, 5, and 12. DeAndre Ayton, 17 and 18, was probably the third best player, very dominant. And he was 7 for 9 and perfect from the free throw line. So, and then the Lakers, Jake LaRavia, 3 for 4 from 3. Strong all-around game for him. And then Marcus bounced back because he only had 1 point last night, 4 for 5 from the field for 16 points. That was great, right? And they just didn't have enough firepower to match up with us. When other guys step up, we're going to have a nice game like that because we know what our two Batmans are going to do. For sure. We know that. Let's see. LA Mamba says, I've never seen us Laker fans boo Kobe, Shaq, and LeBron. Well, we didn't boo Kobe, but we booed Kwame Brown. Who remembers Kwame Brown? He was so bad at one point, we booed him. We also booed Smush Parker. So it has happened. Sometimes Giannis is great and everything, but I don't think the fans were necessarily booing him directly. I think they're booing the Bucks because they've been losing a lot. They're having a very subpar season. And when you hear all these trade rumors and speculations, you're not going to be happy as a fan base, especially if you're spending your hard-earned money. So am I mad at the fans? No. Not really mad at the fans. Let's see. I heard Giannis walked in the locker room wearing a LeBron Laker jersey. LOL. That kind of hints at something, I think. He's a big fan of LeBron. He's always looked up to him for sure. And that was after the last game they beat us. after LeBron signed a jersey for him. So the contact is important. But yes, I'm sure Giannis would love to be a Laker. Here's the problem, right? The problem is he's not going to have the guts to come out and say it publicly. And if he doesn't do that, I don't think it's very possible. Because if he ever does want out, there's going to be other teams that are more suitable unless he requests a trade specifically here. But watch out for the summer because I think we have an extra draft pick to trade in the summer, and our assets will look a little bit more lucrative during the summertime, right? Maybe a sign and trade involving Austin Reaves, Rui, and some other pieces. You never know. Maybe something gets done, So it'll be interesting for sure to see what happens. But I like a lot of things about the Lakers tonight, man. Love what LeBron and Luka did, what Ayton did for sure. Me and my boy Lakers were talking about it. I can't wait to see what Kobe does. I mean, he had 3 points. He was 1 for 1 on that three-pointer. Man, he stepped in with confidence and switched it. We might have ourselves another one right there. I also like Nick Smith Jr. He hasn't been getting a lot of minutes lately, but he's got a nice handle. I know he turned the ball over there late. Nice handle. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc for 6 points. Those two guards right there, I think I would invest into long-term as two-way contracts. Maybe even if one earns it, convert one to a regular contract. Both of those guys were first-round picks who are given up on too early, and they have a lot of talent. It's just a matter of, can we nurture it and cultivate it? And, Kobe Buffkin, we're talking about somebody who's got signed to a 10-day contract, 6'4", 195 pounds, 22-year-old, just like Nick Smith. So the Lakers are looking for another combo guard to back us up, I think, because I don't think Gabe is going to be here too long. I know Gabe had a good game tonight, so it's not a good example tonight, but I think Gabe is going to be the odd man out. And if Kobe can continue to develop, I mean, he was doing tremendous things for us with the South Bay Lakers. So keep an eye out on that young man right there. Him and Nick Smith, I think, are both competing for the same spot, and so it'll be really intriguing to see if they're able to, maybe develop into something. I think our coaching staff and our assistant coaches are good at that. I think they're great at that. You see what they've been able to do with Austin Reaves from 1 year, from last year to now. Austin has taken a huge leap. Talking about averaging 26 points per game. He went from averaging 17 last year to 26. That's a 9-point, almost 10-point jump. And at one point, he was averaging over 30, right? If it wasn't for the injuries and stuff that set him back. So I think the coaching staff, guys like Scotty Brooks, Nate McMillan, I always forget the girl's name. What's the girl's name, man? The assistant coach. All these coaches right here are great at developing young talent. They have a great repertoire for it. And also JJ is young, so he can grow with the young talent, Jay as a coach. So he's got to grow too. My guy LA Mama said, props to Gabe for finally had a good game. This is his best game of the season for sure. This is his first game of the season. Good game where he made an impact. He came in smacking threes. He was like 3 for 3 in the first half. And if Gabe can do that, he'll be usable. He's still not my favorite. Defensively, he gets picked on. He's just too undersized. Not my favorite guard at all, but you know what? Again, let's see what happens moving forward with Gabe. I think the Lakers should look to package him somewhere and get something a little bit more with size and defensive on the way back, and maybe give the green light to either Nick Smith or Kobe Buffkin, and let's see which one can go crazy for us. I like Kobe's skill set a lot, though, for sure. I don't think he'd be available, and when they cut him, then he went to Memphis, and now he's here. And he's making the most of his opportunity with the South Bay Lakers, man. This kid is again, tremendous talently gifted. He's 6'4". He's got good size. He's athletic. He can shoot. He can defend. He has potential. Okay. Young Kobe is the new Vanderbilt. There's a name I haven't heard in a while. For sure. He was a nice little South Bay Laker for sure at the time. So that's a name we haven't heard in a while, LA Mamba. Let's see. Danspiration says, did Reaves get enough votes for the All-Star game? We got to keep voting. It's not over yet. The votes aren't over yet. We got to keep voting. I think the injury might hurt him, though. I'm not going to lie to you. The injury might hurt him because people have recency bias. I'm a little concerned about that. So as a Laker fan base, man, let's go out and vote. Get out there and vote tonight. Don't wait till tomorrow morning. Vote tonight. It only takes but a minute or two. And get your votes up, man. Let's get Luka. Let's get LeBron. Let's get Austin into the All-Star game. When was the last time we had 3 All-Stars at an All-Star game? It would be really cool. That's a good question right there. And Kimmy Goat, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you. He said, would you take Reaves for Ant-Man? Would love to pair Anthony Edwards with Luka in the backcourt. I would highly consider that, yes. Most likely, yes. But I think Reaves might be a little bit better off ball than Ant-Man is. So for fit purposes, I think Reaves fits better, but I think Ant is still a much better player. Not much better, but he is a better player overall. He's got the athleticism. I think he has better defensive potential than Reaves. So for those reasons, I'd have to do that for sure. But in reality, I'm looking at Giannis. I'm looking at a player like Jaylen Brown. Like if Boston is interested in getting the coldest white boy since Larry Bird, all right, let's offer Austin Reaves for Jaylen Brown straight up. I do that because Jaylen Brown is a two-way player. That's the only type of upgrades I'm looking for Austin Reaves if it's available. If it's not available, I'm not looking to downgrade, right? What Rich Paul said is a downgrade. And I'm glad that others have said it as well. It's a downgrade. The Lakers are not going to do that. This is why Rich Paul is an agent and not a GM. Let the GMs do their job and you stick to yours. Michael says, Dan, do you think Rui will get his starting spot? I hope not. Because I like what I saw tonight with Rui off the bench. He gave us a quick 7 on 3 for 7. He only missed 4 shots. I like it. Efficient Rui. He's stronger than most bench players, and it opened up stuff for Gabe too just by having Rui out there. So I think that is exactly the type of spark we need off the bench. And I like the starting lineup. I like what Jake has done with the starters, man. Great defender. He can score from time to time. I like Marcus in the starting lineup. To be honest, I'd be very open to bringing both Austin and Rui off the bench and leaving this starting lineup as is. I think we can build something special like that, So that's what I would do. For sure, that's what I would do. You're absolutely right then, because I think about it. They developed Hayes. Well, Hayes has developed. You're right about that. He was almost non-playable, and he's become a lot better for sure. And I knew when we hired Scotty Brooks, because I've seen what he did with the Oklahoma City Thunder with a young Russ, a young James Harden, a young Kevin Durant, a young Serge Ibaka, and others that came afterwards. Like Scotty Brooks, I don't even know why he was fired from OKC, to be honest. I don't know why, but I'm a big Scotty Brooks fan. Always have been. I actually was looking at Scotty Brooks as our primary head coach before we hired JJ Redick. And the fact that we have him as an assistant with Nate McMillan, who's notorious for developing other young players in Portland, I think that's a perfect combination, man. And Lindsey Harding, that's her name, the assistant head coach for the Lakers as well. She's very prestigious and highly touted. So I think the Lakers coaching staff has done a tremendous job. And I also think they're going to eventually develop JJ Redick because he has to continue to develop as a head coach as well. So he's kind of growing with the young players. And I do like the fact that they're bringing in a crop of young players as projects, 10-day contracts, 2-way contracts, and kind of give them some burn here and there, see what they got. And they don't like it, they send it back down, get another one, So I like Kobe Buffkin. I like Nick Smith Jr. Those are 2 of our better prospects that are on the Lakers right now. Drew Timme hasn't really showcased much in his limited amount of playing time, but he hasn't had too much opportunity, to be fair. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that, but I think we're going to have to blow out more teams in order for those guys to have opportunities, to showcase a little bit of what they've been working on down with the South Bay Lakers. D Free, what's up, man? Good to see you, man. You said Jax has developed tremendously. He's so much more cerebral now. He's gotten better. Again, credit to the assistant coaches and credit to the players for putting on the work. We can't take nothing away from the basketball players either. They have to be willing to listen and to adapt and to adjust and put in that work. And Jackson has done that, so credit to him. Again, I can't wait to see what they do with Kobe. I'm excited that we have, not to compare him to my GOAT, Kobe Bryant, but it's exciting to have a young player by the name of Kobe who's got a lot of potential. It's exciting. Let's see. Because, again, the Lakers make off like bandits with projects that other teams throw away. Nick Smith was one of those. Kobe Buffkin was another. Alex Caruso was another. He was on the Oklahoma City Thunder G League squad. The Lakers picked them up and made lemonade out of oranges, man, with these kind of players. And same thing, I think, who else? There's been plenty of players that we have picked up that have been throwaways. Malik Monk when he was on Charlotte. The list goes on and on. We have made these players. Trevor Ariza, but that goes way back, right? Trevor Ariza when he was, I think he was, who was he with? The Orlando Magic before we traded Vlade Ratmanovich for him. But yeah, the Lakers are notorious for getting throwaway players and turning them into even starters, okay? And we've yet to grab one of these throwaway pick players, though, and turn them into a star. Closest thing to that was Austin, but Austin was going to get drafted. He chose to come to Lakers, so I'm not going to count him. But can you imagine if like a Kobe Buffkin or a Nick Smith ends up being like a star in his role? Like I can see Nick Smith being like the next Lou Williams or the next Malik Monk. I can see Kobe Buffkin being somebody really good as well, depending on how he develops and how much opportunities he have. All that matters. But I do like the fact that we give young players opportunities. And this kind of becomes a hotbed landing destination for throwaway players. Let's see who else gets thrown away in the future, and then the Lakers make off like bandits because of it. We've done it time and time again through generation. So let's see. All right, Dan, is the NBA planning to have an expansion team, like maybe in Vegas and Seattle? Yes, and they're going to have an announcement relatively soon, from what I'm hearing. But yes, they are planning on expanding exactly those two cities that you mentioned for sure. And I heard we might most likely have a team by like 2030, 2029 or 2030. But they're looking to speed it up for sure. They're going to have lots of meetings in the near future to see what's going to happen. But those are the two favorited cities that are probably going to be up, in line for expansion if they do add two more teams. So yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I would be excited. The way an expansion works, I think you can protect like a certain amount of players, like your top 6 or your top 7. I don't remember how many. And then those two teams can draft from across the league. They take turns drafting from the bottom, like certain teams, So like, let's just say we protect the top 8 players, the final ones, the final 7 are up for grabs on each team. And so, yeah, it would be very interesting. I've never been a part of a expansion draft at least as as an adult. I would love to see one. I would like to be a part of one and just listen in and watch it live. It would be exciting. And I think, Lakers would be able to protect the players they want. So it wouldn't really bother me so much. Let's see. Dakin says, should have brought Kobe in sooner. I like his talent. I really do. I think Kobe has potential. Will he have that potential to shine here? I don't know. TBD, right? But we have the tools to kind of develop those kind of players. And they have a great blueprint as well ahead of them. Like Austin can definitely teach these guys a thing or two about ball handling and getting to their spots and finishing through contact. LeBron obviously could teach them so many things about footwork, about work ethic. Luka, about the feathery touch, the mindset, everything. So if these players are really smart, like if I'm Kobe Buffkin, or any of these type of players, I'm picking these guys' brains, because especially Austin, who made it from a 2-way contract to a star. That is one of the biggest ascensions we have seen in NBA history, So he went from 2-way contract to NBA contract to starter to star. And I would be picking the heck out of his brain. How can I emulate some of your success? What were you doing early in your career to kind of get the attention of the coaches to give you these opportunities? How can I improve my game? What do you see? Like, I'd really be asking questions to these guys, and hopefully they do, develop into something special. But again, it's too premature now. We got to see a lot more. Tonight was a great win from the Lakers, man, and I thought they brought the right energy, the right effort, the right mentality from the beginning of this ball game, and as a result, we won tonight, and we're capable of doing that night in and night out. And I hope they, this starts us on the right path. What clicked? Who knows? Who knows if what exactly went right for the Lakers? But we were a completely different ball club tonight than we were last night. And usually that's not the case. Usually you play like crap one night, you're going to play like crap the next night. Or you play good one night, and then the next night you have all these excuses. Legs are tired. And again, I want to give major credit to LeBron. Well, I didn't think he was going to do that this season, but he played a back-to-back this season. And Luka as well. So, but more so to LeBron because he's 41. Okay, 41 Savage. And so credit to him, man. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see. Big win, Blitz. Yes, sir. D3 said had to wait. Kobe B, he said, is on the 15th spot. We are also roughly a week away from being able to outright sign someone there. They may be try out for Buffkin for a while or someone else like last year. Yeah, he's on a 10-day, right? He's on a 10-day contract. So I like what I see from Kobe, but again, it's garbage time right now. We got to see him. I hope he throws him in when the game matters at some point, just to really see what he's got. I've kind of followed his career a little bit. I do watch some Atlanta Hawks games, especially when they had Trae Young, and I saw a little bit of Kobe Buffkin. He's a decent player, and I think he's got potential to be even better, but it's going to take time. He's only 22. Same thing with Nick Smith. They show some good signs and they show some bad signs, but that's the part of the growth of a young player, and it's up to us to be patient as fans and to see these players grow year in and year out, assuming they get a contract, right? So What do we need to get back to the second seed? Ooh, great question, sis. Always with the fire questions. So the first thing we need is health. We need to get healthy because no matter how we want to twist it, at the end of the day, we're missing 26 points per game with 6+ assists from Austin Reaves and 5 points, whatever rebounds, right? So we're missing a big chunk of the team just by missing Austin Reaves, right? And I'm sure we would have won at least maybe one or two of the 3 games that we lost recently had we had Austin. We definitely miss his. He's a 3-level scorer / playmaker. So that's number one thing we need to get back up there. We've fallen off ever since he got hurt. Okay, we're a top 4 seed all year. He got hurt. Now we're in the 5th seed. But that's not all we need. We need camaraderie tonight. And I've been saying this all year. I've been preaching unity and them playing together, not playing selfish. Tonight was the best we've looked. 36 assists. I always say get over 25, but I really want 30 plus, right? I think I should higher my standard from 25 to 30. We have too much playmakers, skill set, and cerebral players for us to be going one-on-one ISO Luka step back, one-on-one ISO LeBron fade on a double team, break, and then turnovers. I think what the Lakers have to do is use their passing and IQ as a first option rather than a second option. Most of the times when we see Luka turn it over, is he's stuck, he got double teamed, or they blitzed him or whatever, and now he's looking for somebody to save him. Turnover, because now the defense anticipated it. If we can get into our actions earlier and actually have a game plan, and that's on the coaching staff as well, I think we'll fare better off. Tonight we got into our actions early. We set the screens early. We rolled early. We moved off the backdoor screens. We did the right things. Everybody was in unison tonight. Again, I don't know what happened from last night to today, but keep that up, please. And we need to do all that in order to get back up there. And most important, again, is health. Because without health, we're nothing. We've been injured almost all year. They've been taking turns, right? First, Austin was healthy, looking like an MVP candidate. Then Luka was healthy, looking like an MVP candidate. Now LeBron's healthy, looking like a phenomenal beast. Timeless. I mean, he even had a nasty tomahawk dunk tonight, which tells me he's still got it. He's still defeating Father Time. I don't know how, but he's got Father Time like this. He's got him like this. At its mercy. Special player. We just need to keep him healthy. How are we going to keep him healthy? Jake LaRavia, that's how. Keep him in the starting lineup. Marcus Smart diving on the floor for loose balls and sacrificing his body. That's how. Vando, glad he's in the rotation, just playing hard at all times. Those players play their part, then we can keep this man healthy and keep Luka healthy as well. That way those stars don't have to overexert themselves, and we don't have to risk injuries. And that's what happened. Austin was alone at first, and you see a lot of wear and tear on his body with the groin strains and stuff. Now he's got to heal. Right now it's Luka and LeBron double teaming it. So they're splitting the load right now. And tonight, the difference between last night's game and tonight's game is the fact that everybody chipped in tonight. We talked about that pregame. Everybody needed a chip in. They did just that. Everybody was in double figures in the starting lineup. And we had some great production off the bench tonight, including everybody's least favorite Laker, Gabe Vincent, right? So, again, I don't expect that every night, but if we can get that on most nights, we have a great chance to win, sis. And again, we're not far back from the second seed right now. We're only like 3 games back. We go on a nice little 3-game win streak. We're right there. We're right there, baby. So let me see if I can pull up the standings here for you guys so I can share it with you. We're right there, guys. We're not far away. It's just they got to stop goofing around. They goofed around with the Kings. We fucked around and we found out. Okay? We got to stop that shit. We're currently the 5th seed, but look, San Antonio Spurs, 27-13, 27-13, 27-13. These 3 teams. We're 24-14. We're technically a game and a half behind because of the loss. That's it. So, look, these are the games that are coming up right. We got the Hornets coming up. First and foremost, very beatable team. LaMelo Ball's a clown, okay? This guy does not take his career serious. If he did, it'd be much better. We got them. Then we got Portland, who just got the brakes beat off of them by Golden State, of all teams. Then we got Toronto. All 3 of those, we should snort them up like Coke, and these should be wins, okay? Denver gets dicey, because most likely than not, we know Jokic fat ass going to be back for this game. All the stars usually are. So Jokic going to be here for this one. Then we got the Clippers. We know it's their Super Bowl every time we play them. They beat us the last one. We deserve them. We owe them a beatdown, all right? Because them Clipper fans was cheering. They had their jailhouse boobies out here in the wild, and they was just cheering like crazy. You saw me and you was getting trolled on Twitter by attention-seeking Flipper fans, all 7 of them, right? Then you got the Mavericks. Should beat them, and that's at Dallas, so I'm expecting 50+ from Luka. Then we got Chicago right after. Again, Josh, no diddy giddy. This dude better not let him score more than 16. All right, right on brand. And then we got Cleveland. All right, that's the return of LeBron back to Cleveland, the yearly game. We're gonna need LeBron to give us a retro game right here. So if the Lakers play their cards right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9-game win streak before we get to the real deal, the New York Knicks. But here's the problem. Realistically, out of these 9 games, we're for sure going to win 5. What happens to the next 4? I don't know, because the Lakers like to goof around a lot. I'm not expecting the same Laker team that we had tonight every night, right? Because we know the Lakers are the kings of inconsistency, okay? So if we can win, okay, 5 are guaranteed over the next 9, I believe, unless something crazy happens, a trade, an injury. I think 5 are guaranteed on that schedule. The rest, coin flip. All right, we might get an extra one here and there. That would be 6. And we play really, really good. We'll get 7 out of the next 9. All right, so I want us, best case scenario, 7 out of the next 9. Great. Puts us back into that second seed. Great question. It made me work the noodle tonight. I like it. D-Free said he won't be back, but the team is still good without him. Gordon and Braun have been out and should be back. Man, let me tell you something, man. I know how this goes, D-Free. All right? These motherfuckers get into the hyperbolic time chamber whenever they play the Lakers, and all of a sudden they're magically, they're healthy. Every time they play the Lakers. Am I right or am I right, Lakers family? Every time we play the Lakers, these motherfuckers took like a secret serum and they turn into super soldiers and they're right front and center with their chest sticking out. Jokic is going to come back looking like Schwarzenegger. It's going to be all bad. Okay, that's what I'm expecting. If he doesn't play, like you said, we still have to worry about those other players. But all reality, why is it that every fucking time I look, Zion was out for a month and his big titty having ass is back front line ready to dunk on the Lakers every time we play him? So I'm expecting Jokic to be back from milking the cows and riding the horses. Okay, I'm expecting him to be back when we play the Lakers. If he's not, still got to take him serious, like my guy D-Free said. But all in all, I wouldn't be shocked. All of a sudden, you get breaking news. Jokic secretly, magically lost 130 pounds just for the Laker game. And he's ready to drop a triple single, and he's ready to hook the Lakers to death. Always, man. These players are front and center whenever the Lakers come to town. I promise you. So I wouldn't be shocked if Jokic is back, okay? And I wouldn't be shocked if everybody's back when we play them, because for some reason, the Lakers are their Super Bowl. Ask the Clippers. Clippers won 1 game against the Lakers, and their fans, all 7 of them, were running butt naked across Figueroa, acting like they just won a championship. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, we are the target at all times. We are the target at every time. Let's see. D-Free says, I wish, but no, he barely dodged a season-ending injury a couple of weeks ago. And you're right. JJ mentioned that last year. Herb Jones missed 5 games, played us, and missed all games since. As I'm telling you, bro, these guys, man, they're hurt. They're going to come out of the casket like that one WWE gif. And they're going to be ready, man. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, man. But why do you wish? Why do you wish Jokic was healthy, man? We need to catch up. I wish we caught up while he's hurt, all right? I wish him the best after we catch up. But right now, we need all the help we can get because we're hurt ourselves, man. 130, don't do that, bro. I'm telling you, man, he's going to come back with no titties for the first time in his career, man. Training bra off and everything. And it's going to be insane. Because that's usually what happens against the Lakers. I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be fucking shocked that Jokic is ready, man. He's going to come out here like looking like fucking Dory from Finding Nemo. Motherfucker's going to be out here, man. I'm telling you, when the Lakers come to town, everybody wants their best shot at us, man. Everybody wants to shoot their shot at us, and I'm sick of it. As a Laker fan, I'm like, bro, why are you not showing this same energy when you're playing against teams that we need you to beat? Like, it's ridiculous. Right, sis? It's ridiculous. If as a lifelong Laker fan, man, motherfucker Brandon, we play Portland, Brandon Roy coming out of retirement out of the blue just to beat us for 1 game, and then he's going to have a farewell tour the next game, and he's done. That's the type of a team we are. We inspire the best out of everybody in the West and the East and the North and in the South. Every freaking game we play, they're out here, man. They're out here looking for us, man. But you know what? It always feels like it's us against the world, and I'm okay with that. I wouldn't want it any other way if I'm being honest, because the Lakers are the golden standard, the purple and golden standard. We got a target on our back, okay, at all times. Even though we're not the defending champs, the Thunder are. But I haven't seen that many teams get up for the Thunder other than the Spurs as they get up for the Lakers, man. This is their Super Bowl, right? Bring it on. That's right, Mark. That's the way, chat. That is the way. That's the Laker way, man. We're not afraid of nobody. Don't matter who. But yeah, I can all but guarantee you, looking at that schedule, I believe we will win at least 7 out of the 9, at least. I think we're good enough for that. What do you guys think, chat? Give us your guys' opinion on what that next 9 or 10 game schedule is looking like. And I think we'll have Austin like halfway through that schedule. I think Austin gets reevaluated next week, if I'm not mistaken. I might have lost track of the weeks. They said 4-week reevaluation. I think next week is his 4th week, if I'm not mistaken. Feels like forever without Austin already. But it's going to be good to have him back, and I think that's going to provide a little spark for us for sure. Talking about 25 points per game right there. And we'll see what happens there. All right, I'll take a couple of comments, questions, concerns, all that good stuff. Let's see. Lakers Right says, motherfuckers be coming back from dead to play the Lakers. I'm dead serious. Everybody comes back against the Lakers. Just pay close attention. Watch the scouting report. Listen, I study everything because I got to break it down for you guys. So I always get the scouting report a little bit earlier. And you can see that, it says, this player was injured for this much time, but he's back. This is his first game back. I'm like, fuck. Wasn't he out for like 2 years? He just came back. Oh, man. I don't know. Kawhi, the type, too. He'll be out like 3 months, and then he comes back for the Lakers and drops 30+. Disgusting, man. Makes me sick, but it is what it is. Hey, Cattle Guy, appreciate you, man. Thanks for super chat. Is it Dan? Laker fans have to understand that to trade Gabe and Maxey, we need to give up picks or take back a contract another team wants to dump. Not easy. You think so? I think one of the two is an expiring contract. I'm not sure which one, but I think there's some real value in expiring contracts, man. So we might not have to give up a pick. We don't have picks to give up anyways. We might have to attach a young asset, maybe if anybody values Dalton. But I think, we got some expiring contracts on this roster that we might be able to maybe facilitate, maybe like be a part of like a 3-team trade, and we can facilitate to another team that wants just a dead salary on there for the summer. That could work. And don't ever underestimate the power of expiring contracts. And thank you for clarifying, WC. If they're both expiring contracts, then now we're talking. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be interesting. I think this trade deadline doesn't have, like, for the Lakers at least, like splash material to it, but neither did the last one, and we ended up with Luka, right? You guys remember what we were looking for in the last trade deadline? We're only looking for a serviceable big man. We're talking about Time Lord. We're talking about Robert Williams to pair up next to AD and LeBron, because we're actually playing good around that time. We're like, we're a big man away. Lakers said, fuck that shit. We can smell what the Rock is cooking right now. We're going to go and get Luka the Don. We got a generational talent for an injury-prone player and some really good role players, including Max Christie. That sucks. I hate to describe AD like that, but it's just what it is. It is what it is. Every year, and I told you guys we're trending towards that. I was already on the train of trading him away because every year it felt like when we had the most important games, he was getting hurt every game. So I wish AD the best, but man, it is just so unfortunate the unfortunate turn his 30s have given us. He's a glass man right now. Austin and Adu are out until February. Oh, man. D-Free coming with some bad news. My God, D-Free, do you ever give us good news, D-Free? Just kidding. Just kidding. No, but yeah. Let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens. But it feels like forever since Austin Reaves been out. It feels like he's been out for a month already. And I know it's only been a couple of weeks, but damn. We missed that guy. Seriously. 3-level scorer, ball handler, good passer. And just the swagger he brings on the court is so fun to watch. Thank you so much, Kimiko. Yes, this video is brought to you and sponsored by Underdog and Prize Picks. Both promo code DTLF will get you guys some bonus money and play credit when you deposit your first 5 and play it. So make sure you guys do not miss out. We were so close to hitting tonight again. We won a little bit of money for sure. Reevaluated last week of January won't mean he's back. So probably first week of February. Man. That's unfortunate, but we will survive. We got the talent. Expirings don't have the value if you're not taking back longer-term deals. Teams don't trade expirings for expirings. No, but I do believe if we have the right piece, and I know what we heard in the rumors, but I believe if we have a right piece coming back, like a Herb Jones or something like that, we might get something done. I believe it. You got to believe, D4. You got to believe, man. You got to be like R. Kelly in the Space Jams movie, man. You got to believe we can fly. We don't have picks to send out facts. And Rob isn't taking long-term salaries unless it's a piece we want to hold on to. And I agree with that. We shouldn't take on long-term salaries for like a Lil Dang type player. But if it's a Herb Jones, if it's a Nick Claxton, If it's a piece that you know is going to fit next to Luka, next to potentially Austin for the long term, then that's what we should be doing. So that's the right blueprint to follow for sure. I still believe we make one or two minor trades here and there, maybe some mid-level trades. I don't know. But yeah, I think something's coming this way. I'd be surprised if we just run with the same roster. And then let's just assume that trade deadline happens, that the trade deadline happens and you pretty much get past the deadline and we didn't make much happen. There's going to be too many happy Laker fans. However, we got to keep our eyes to the summer because I think this has the potential to be one of the biggest summers in the last couple of years with the Lakers. So I think this could pattern our future, our present, and everything for next season. But again, I'm not going to look that far down because I still believe in this season we can make it competitive, we can make it fun, and hopefully make a decent, sizable trade around the trade deadline. All right, guys. I think that is going to wrap it up for me. Got a lot of moving to do still, guys. I do appreciate you guys so much for all the love. Make sure you guys tap that like button and subscribe if you already haven't. I got you guys covered. NBA trade deadline special coming up February 5th. And even before then, if anything breaks and it's earth shaking, I'm going to go live here. You guys know where to find me. If you guys are interested in watch parties, gaming, movie reviews, food reviews, and maybe even some vlogs in the near future, subscribe to my second channel, Primetime TV. But you guys are in the right place for all things basketball, Lakers, NBA, trade rumors, summer league, from end to end, 365 days a year. You guys are in the right place. So make sure you guys stay tapped in, hit that like, turn on the post notification bell, and subscribe if you already have it. And I will see you guys on the next one, all right? Enjoy your night, guys.